What's up, Maple Heads?
What's going on, everybody?
We back up in here in the Mr. Maple Gardens, I guess, you know, that Matt and Tim's mom and dad's beautiful garden. We're here to talk about 10 of the 20 trees that are hitting today at 10 a.m.
Yeah, this is the 10 at 10 for July 15th, 2025. We're in the summer heat right now, man. Like, things are heating up. We got a ton of cool plants to talk about today. We always appreciate you guys coming in on these 10 at 10 videos. These are our weekly sales we do on these plants. We do 20 plants on Tuesday, 20 plants on Thursday. And of course, we also have all kinds of other crazy sales, limited sales, plant Funflower Fridays. I mean, you name it, we got something going on here at the farm. So we always appreciate you guys checking that out. Make sure you sign up for our weekly email so you get notified when all these plants go on sale. A lot of fun, man. We got some cool plants today. Let's get right into it. What do we got here, Corbin?
Guys, we got an awesome bald cypress, Taxodium dissecans, Codys Feathers, guys. And maybe I pronounced that wrong. I know, John C., let me know below if I pronounced that right. Codys Feathers, an amazing bald cypress that, you know, it's named for, who would have thought, its feathery appearance in the landscape.
Yeah, this has a nice rounded habit to it. Really dense foliage. A lot of your Taxodiums are kind of stretched out, a little thinner on that side of things, but this one has a really nice dense habit to it. I like that about it. You're looking at maybe 5 to 7 feet in 10 years. So it's not as big as some of your typical bald cypresses that can get huge. This one's going to be a kind of a medium size on that. And, you know, a lot of cool texture on this. Love the feathery feel that it gets, obviously with the name. This was found by Bill. It was named after his son. So cool plant right there. I love the idea of naming things after. I know Matt and Tim's done that for his kids. And, you know, if I ever find a cool tree, I'd like to name it after my daughter, you know, so I love that aspect about it. Definitely kind of gives it a personal feel of the work that goes into, you know, creating and finding these amazing cultivars.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an awesome one. That dense habit really allows it to be put in a couple different areas. It's not going to be something that's going to outgrow its space, you know, with that kind of medium size range growth rate. But yeah, I mean, putting this right up next to a pond, I mean, it's going to be a perfect pond tree.
Yeah.
You're going to have that like really lush feel with a really nice dense thing going on. And it's going to give you like this flowing effect and a nice like kind of upright tree.
Yeah.
I know in that picture that Tim has with the guy who put the name on this bill, you can see that amazing like fall color. It's a really nice kind of like almost like a dark bronzy orangish color going on behind them. So, I mean, that's something that's awesome about deciduous conifers. It's like they're going to give you that really lush, nice appeal like most conifers give you during that summertime. They're going to put on a show during fall time, and they're going to be ready to go next spring. So, this is a dope one, man.
This is a good one, man. You guys better get one of these today. All right, guys, we got another awesome plant for you here today. We got Acer Palmatum Bella.
Yeah, Bella, an awesome plant. I know where the first one of these is planted, and it's actually at the Mr. Maple Gardens. It's right there in front of house 18 and 19. This is a super cool one. Really like on that lower end of that medium size range, kind of very slow growing tree. This is similar to something like Tarayama with leaf shape and growth habit, but it's going to give you some nice pink spring colors going on.
Yeah, this is a Mr. Maple introduction, Area 51. I love when we pull out something from the Area 51 collection. You know, we're kind of creating some of the most far out plants out there on the market. Bella's really cool, man. I love how the leaf holds itself on here. It's got a nice sharp point to the end of each lobe. So the texture on it's really, really nice. You got a great like olive green summer color going on right now. But that spring color is where it's at, man. It is a vibrant pink. A little bit of like veining too. You can almost see kind of some yellow veining on that when it first leaves out in the spring. Really, really nice texture on this. Slower grower, you're talking about 5 feet in 10 years. So this stays pretty small for your garden space, which is perfect for those smaller gardens.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love that pink color. You know, I compare it to Teriyama, but during that springtime, Teriyama is more of like a palish yellow kind of color pushing out, but this one's going to give you a pink. So having both of those paired up together is going to give you really nice pink yellow colors pushing out during the springtime with a similar habit, similar growth rate, and similar foliage. And I mean, that fall color is going to be dope too.
Yeah, absolutely. If you like dwarf maples with great spring color and great texture, this is definitely a plant for you, man.
And yeah, I mean, a specimen size tree of this looks great in the garden, has a lot of movement happening with a nice dense habit. Super, super dope, guys. Acer Palmatum, Bella.
Bella.
All right, y'all. Linear are a great way to make an impact in the garden. They're going to look nice next to some water too, but just feeling it blow in the breeze is going to be nice. And we got Acer Palmatum Kenshi, an amazing linear tree right here.
Yeah, loosely translates to golden threads on that. So it kind of gives you the picture in your mind of what this plant can be like. Really, really fine linear lobum style leaves. Now, on that summer growth, you can get a little bit bigger of a leaf than what you're thinking of when you get into linear lobums. But don't worry, it's not reverting. It's just that summer growth can be a little bit bigger and a little wider on those lobes. But this has a really finely, really fine leaf. And when it goes into its fall color, it really states that name really well. Beautiful golden colors in the fall. And the texture on this thing is crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the texture is what brings us into these linear lobums. But then just like noticing the intricate like differences between all of them, because I mean, there's a couple different varieties, but each one kind of gives you its own different thing. I love that transition too from that larger leaf into the smaller, finer thread leaves. I mean, it just looks so amazing. Another thing, maybe be careful with watering these, because sometimes we can think they need a little bit more water, but because it's such a small leaf, sometimes these are a little prone to overwatering. But man, yeah, this just looks so fantastic. The shape on these are really nice right now. They have a lot of movement inside of that main trunk.
Yeah, a lot of good branching on these already, even as a young plant. And you're right. I'm just sitting here looking at it. I love the fact that you do kind of get some different texture within the same plant itself, because you have those really fine older leaves and you have the broader leaves coming off for that new growth on the summer. So there's a lot of texture going on with this thing. And like I said, like when it comes to these, and we say them all the time, the linear lobums just have such a unique feel. They don't look like your other typical Japanese maples. So, it really, if you're wanting something that just kind of stands out and separates itself from your others that you might have in your collection, definitely get your hands on a linear lobum. Kenshi's one of the best out there.
For real. I mean, who doesn't need some golden threads?
That's right. All right, guys, we got another killer plant for you here. We got Acer Olivacium for you guys. We got a species maple today. I get excited when we get into some of these species maples, because I think it's kind of like opening you up to the world, the bigger world of Japanese maples, and how, how all these different species work together. It's amazing.
Yeah, for me too. It's just like learning about all these species. It starts to make my brain wonder. It's like, well, what's going on around me? So it's just like, what's going on around everywhere else? It's like, we have maples all around the world, and for a collector, I know that's just really enticing, just because
Yeah.
there's so many genetic kind of rabbit holes you can chase things down. Acer Olivacium is going to be a great tree to add to that collection of species maples, just because it does have similar attributes to what we consider a Japanese maple. But it's just a little genetically different.
Right.
I mean, and you see those genetic differences in the shape of the leaves. You see it in the way that the buds are formed in the bark, and it's so interesting. But this one, such a great fall color on this.
Yeah, beautiful fall colors on these. You get some reds, some oranges, some yellows. So like a nice variety mix of colors on that. And man, like I'm just looking at this new growth that's popping. It's very, very bright chartreuse green over top of that kind of dark olive green color on the older leaves. And a really good leaf shape, kind of a larger leaf when you look at it overall. So it's going to have some substance to it, especially when they get some good size on these. Definitely one that I think, you know, when it comes to collecting, you know, if you collected like a lot of cultivars, well, maybe it's time to like start and get into collecting some species maples. This would be a good place to start. Like you said, Acer Olivacium, really cool Chinese maple, great fall color, great spring, summer interest. I mean, all around just a solid tree.
Yeah, and if you're trying to learn a little bit more about Acer Olivacium, check out our video. I know Matt and Tim did a cultivar highlight on this one. Might give you a little bit more information on that fall color because it was shot during fall.
Right.
You can see that great kind of spectrum of color that it gets. And hey, Matt and Tim, they always have a couple different interesting facts about each tree. So
That's right.
check it out.
Acer Olivacium. Woo! All right, guys, we got another great tree here for you today. We got Acer Palmatum Kamagata.
Yeah, guys, this is a classic variety. I've had some experience with this one. I think this was one of the first ones that I was really kind of shown, you know, starting out here. It was one that was kind of easy to learn with that kind of distinct leaf shape. And then, you know, it's great fall color as well. This is one, you know, produced and named by J.D. Trees, so that's pretty awesome too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy, I mean, he knew so much about maples. You know, if he put a name on something, felt like it was cultivar worthy, that really speaks highly of the tree. We've got some 2-gallon sizes here, guys. These have been staked. They're a little stretched, but you can still expect that same kind of growth habit that you get with Kamagata. This is going to fill out and dense in over time. Love the texture that this one provides. It's got a nice smaller leaf, very pointed lobes, and then just a fine serration on the edges as well. Now, when this comes out in the spring, you can get just a slight little pink border on that leaf as well. And then the fall color on this thing really lights up, man. Some nice kind of pink reds, just illuminating out in the garden. The texture on this thing is great. Absolutely love Kamagata for that. Dwarf maples are some of the coolest ones out there, man.
Yeah, I love whenever this one kind of gets a little bit of a curl on the edge of the leaf too. Really adds a nice little texture as well. But yeah, seeing this one, a giant specimen, a Buchholz in fall color,
Yeah.
it is pretty dope, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, these 2 gallons are just absolutely beautiful sizes on these guys. Don't sleep on this opportunity to get some of these 2 gallons. Rarely do we have them in these kind of sizes. And so, you know, they've got great trunk movement on all these, great shape, great form to it. And, I mean, if you're just looking to give something that's got a little bit more presence early on, you know, sometimes a 1 gallon might be a little small for your spot. You need a 2 gallon to really put out some nice foliage for you early on. This is definitely one to get.
Yeah, for sure.
Kamagata.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, we got an awesome cultivar. This one's grown a little bit differently. We got some really awesome size 2-gallon Beniheimes. Now, this is a really cool dwarf variety tree that's gonna give you some really nice reds, a really nice small leaf. This one has kind of been stretched out a little bit to give you this nice tall feature, but what's gonna happen is this thing is gonna dense up as it grows and give you a really funky shape. Now, I know some of you guys might have tried Beniheime in a couple of different areas across the United States, and you might have had a little bit of trouble with this tree.
Yeah, they can be finicky at times, yeah.
So this is one, you know, it might have a hard time kind of shutting down as it goes into the fall. But with this growth, it really helps the xylem flow throughout the tree. And then also really great airflow going on. So this is going to be one that it's obviously not going to be that kind of dense ball shape we're used to with Beniheime, but it's stretched out. It's going to have some health benefits. It's going to give you a very nice vigorous tree with still that beautiful color, leaf shape, and density.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, for me, like I'm kind of a sucker for a shape on a tree. Sometimes the shape of a tree will sell it before the cultivar name or, you know, whatever variety it might be. And, you know, with Beniheime, you're kind of expecting that small, low ball growth habit, but this is going to give you something totally different. So, you know, if somebody else has a Beniheime, they're not going to have one quite like this. You know what I mean? So, like, you're going to be able to see the structure of the plant a little bit better since it's going to be staked and a little more upright form to it. So it's definitely going to be interesting, and I like playing around with cultivars that maybe have a traditional shape to them, but you can alter that by staking or pruning or shaping. So this will be an interesting way to grow Beniheime. I think those of you out there, any collectors out there, you want to get your hands on one of these 2 gallons staked up. Like I said, I like a lot of these staked ones that we have right now. They got some good trunk movement to it. And once you get to that point where they don't need to stake anymore, you pull that stake out and just let that trunk kind of swerve back and forth. Great form on these Beniheimes. Love that small, tiny leaf. Really cool size on these, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, I look at it and like, first thing I imagine is they kind of growing kind of like something more columnar that
Right.
we would have, just because, you know, it's going to dense up, but it's really not going to push too far out.
Yeah.
So it's like, at some point, this could just be kind of like a red, like, beacon shooting up out of the garden. I was trying to show y'all earlier, but that pink new growth on top is just so beautiful, man. I mean, this is a really cool tree for sure.
Yeah, the whole set of these that we have currently, man, they're just flushing with some nice summer growth. So it gets you excited, you know, when you pull this out of the box and you go to put it out in your garden, you're like, woo, boy, I'm excited about adding this to my collection, man.
Great tree.
Beniheime. All right, guys, we got another amazing plant for you today. We got some nice selections of 2 gallon, bigger sizes of stuff right now. So definitely keep your eye on that. Okushimo, Acer Palmatum, Okushimo. A wild, wild texture on this thing, dude. One of my favorites. This is one I've grown in several different locations, once in Oklahoma and one again here in Western North Carolina. Super heat tolerant, man. This thing is bulletproof. Kind of gives you that like Shishigashira feel, but a little bit more open and airy to it. Has a nice kind of pillar shape to it, kind of a tall V shape upright. Great presence in the garden though, man. This thing has some crazy texture. That small leaf with that curled upward lobe on that is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Shishigashira. It's so interesting how these trees can have the same characteristic, but look so drastically different.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the curl on this one is almost more exaggerated than Shishigashira, which is crazy because it's like on Shishigashira, the sublobes almost like fold up on top of each other. But on this one, I mean, they roll. I mean, it looks like each individual lobe is kind of rolled up on top of itself. They're all pointed straight up.
Yeah.
This is another one you might get at the house. You might try to put some extra water on it. Don't overwater these guys because, I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, you might think this is a little dry, but this is just how it looks. And man, my favorite thing about these is the fall color. I mean, they just light up like a bright yellow color. That extra little crumple gives some really nice texture and just makes a beautiful, beautiful tree.
Yeah, and I love the fact that it's kind of that kind of pillar shape, you know, nice tall V shape out in the garden. So when that thing does go to its yellow fall color, it just lights up, man. You have this huge pillar of color. And really, man, the way the light plays on this leaf is really phenomenal to me, I think. The one I had in my garden in Oklahoma, I really loved just how that when the setting sun would kind of just hit that light through the leaves and that texture would just brighten up. It almost makes the green kind of go to a chartreuse the way the light plays on it. And so just the texture is amazing and the play of that light is absolutely phenomenal. But dude, I love Okushimo. I think it's an older cultivar as well. It's been around a while. And I think with these 2 gallons, definitely kind of gives you a more understanding of what this tree is going to do.
Yeah, I love what you're saying about that sunlight. I mean, because it almost looks variegated.
Right.
Because like there's parts where double layers of the leaf are coming over top. So it almost gives you like this like kryptonite, like,
Yeah.
you know, that green on green variegated look. And it's just, I mean, so beautiful. Such an amazing tree. Guys, you don't want to miss out on Acer Palmatum Okushimo.
Okushimo.
All right, guys. This one could definitely be worn to maybe a black and white, you know, ball or something like that. Because we got Djs Bow Tie and amazing ginkgo biloba right here. This is a tubiformis kind of variety, you know, with that maidenhair ginkgo look. But this is one that's going to give you an upright kind of growth habit. And then also, it's funky. It's got the Djs Bow Tie on there, and it's because as this kind of leaf unfurls, it can give you something that looks a little bit like a bow tie.
I mean, ginkgos are absolutely phenomenal trees. Prehistoric, man, been around forever. So consistent too. That's what I love about ginkgos, that you can always count on that consistent, beautiful, blazing yellow fall color. And this one has like a little bit different leaf than what you see typically on a ginkgo. Just the way it's a smaller, kind of very twisted and kind of curled shape to that leaf as well. Really cool texture on this. And I mean, I love fall color, and ginkgos do it some of the best, right? I mean, some of the best yellow fall colors out there you can get with ginkgos, and really interesting texture you can add to your garden. It's going to complement so well with your Japanese maples, your other conifers, evergreen conifers. I mean, this is the perfect garden setting for a plant right here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hardy as heck, bulletproof ginkgos. That's what's up. This one giving you just a little bit different texture, which I love that. I love how, you know, you've got butterflies in the ginkgos, you've got bow ties, you've got maiden hair, you got tubes. I mean, it's just some funkiness going on in those ginkgos, and it's just interesting how one leaf can look so different. You know, obviously we know about the maple leaves, but it's just like the ginkgo is such an old tree, but just has such crazy genetics in it.
Absolutely. Yeah, Djs Bow Tie, really cool cultivar. Definitely want to add it to your collection.
Guys, Acer Palmatum, the Showjo.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We got another great 2-gallon size Japanese maple for you here. This one is very popular. This is one of the classics, man. A lot of people get excited about this. It's used in so many different ways in the landscape. Very popular for bonsai. We have one of our first pictures on our website is of an amazing bonsai form of this plant. It's absolutely phenomenal. One thing that's great about the Showjo is like it almost looks like a flowering shrub because the colors are so vibrant. You get these crazy pink reds coming out in spring. Just phenomenal smaller leaf on it. It's absolutely crazy, dude. I love this plant.
Yeah, I just saw a nice specimen of this at the Phipps Conservatory in Pittsburgh. This one, the one I had seen, was like heavily cut back, so it was back budding.
Right.
And all the back buds were just like flush with just like red, like pink,
Nice.
like beautiful new growth. And it looked like a flowering plant, which is so amazing. Just getting that beautiful corallinum effect in a maple is just something that's, I mean, you cherish it because it only happens, you know, once a year. You getting that full flush, and then you just get a little nice sprinkling of it throughout the summer, and then back again at fall time. So I mean, it's just amazing. These are some of the coolest trees. They give you some amazing color.
Yeah, it's a vigorous grower too. I mean, you can expect a foot of growth a year on these, so they get out there pretty quick. So, you know, 10 foot in 10 years. They have a nice kind of rounded shape to them too in the landscape. Beautiful shape to them. And what's interesting about the Showjo and some of those similars is sometimes they'll almost get like this variegation to it. It's like this weird kind of splotchy, sand dusting kind of variegation to it. It's not necessarily a characteristic that it's known for, but it can kind of add some different, you know, characteristics that are interesting throughout the different seasons. Right now I can see a little bit of it on some of this lower branching here. Looks really nice. And like you said, that when it goes into flushing summer colors, because you've got this olive green now, but that new growth starts popping over that, and then you kind of transition into the fall. I mean, it's just always giving you something really exciting when it comes to color. I think that's what made the Showjo so popular, especially for bonsai, because with bonsai, you're trying to capture all these different effects that things have during the different times of the seasons. And I think the Showjo's one of those maples that does like all the seasons, you know, phenomenally well. So really cool plant, man. 2-gallon size too. These are all got some great shapes on these. These have been stake tall, ready to put out in your garden and be like, man, that thing looks great out there.
Yeah, these are going to go quick. So be ready.
Be ready for the Showjo. Right here, guys, we got Acer Palmatum Hogyoku.
Hogyoku. I mean, an amazing broadleaf, Aminum style maple with what? I mean, it's got some great fall color.
Great fall color. This thing's been around a long time. This is one of the oldest cultivars that's still kind of out there in production, dating back to Japan. Lots of great history behind this tree. And it's kind of like been made like popular, I think, because of the trifecta. We were just talking about that. This has been paired with like Osakazuki, Ichigyoji. Matt always brings up Green Star as another one because this one has great orange fall color. And so if you have Osakazuki and then you have something like Ichigyoji or Green Star, which goes yellow, so you have the red in Osakazuki, you have the orange in Hogyoku, and then some nice yellows with like Green Star or Ichigyoji. Very cool tree, man. I love that Ominum style leaf.
Yeah, me too, man. It just gives you this broad, exaggerated, like chubby looking leaf. That's just a great palette for some amazing fall color. The oranges this one brings, there's a reason people compare it to Osakazuki.
Right.
Put it in the same bracket as Osakazuki.
Right.
And it's because it's some dramatic, beautiful colors. And yeah, I mean, that's why we love, maples, is for that kind of fleeting beauty that these maples provide. And the oranges on this are just so vibrant. They would look great next to, an Osakazuki. They would look great next to the Showjo as it's going back into its red.
Right.
This is a versatile plant because
Absolutely.
It's going to give you that kind of classic lively green look. But then it's going to be like, hey, don't forget about me during fall time, man.
Right.
This is my time to shine.
That's
Everybody
right.
else back up or join in, So that's what's up. I love an old school maple.
Absolutely. Yeah, Hogyoku, super cool, man. This is a vigorous grower. These are already good height on these already, so it's going to fill out as it goes. I mean, you can get a foot of growth of this a year. In 20 years, you got a 20-foot plant. Yeah. So, I mean, these absolutely get out there really quick, and they make such a bold presence, especially in the fall. So, if you're putting out a Hogyoku somewhere, really kind of think about what you have around it so that you can kind of play off all those different colors and textures. Man, these 2-gallon sizes that we've been bringing today are absolutely amazing. We hope you guys have enjoyed this 10 at 10. Me and Corbin jump out here in the garden, get to hang out, talk about plants. We love doing that, especially hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching, y'all. Drop that like. If you really enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe. Comment your favorite 10 at 10 tree that we showed today. And yeah, check out that Facebook group, MrMaple.com friends. It's going to be an awesome place to go chat with some other like-minded maple folk. And guys, thanks so much. Remember to take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.